Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. My name is Angus McKinley, and today I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a different sort of video. This is the story of how I saved over $12,000 the slow way. Okay, this is not a path to instant riches, but this is one tip and one technique for guys. I don't know if this will work for gals. It would depend on your taste and your style, obviously. But for guys, if you are like me and you enjoy, kind of keeping your hair short, this one trick that I've been practicing over the last 35 years has saved me $12,000. This is the trimmer that I've been using for the last 35 years. And really for the last probably 10 to 12 years, I haven't even been oiling it. So the other day, it just locked up and stopped working. But over the years, I have used this clipper so many times to cut my hair. And I've just got a few simple, I've got these scissors, don't even use those. Comb, sometimes I'll use that. But basically, it comes down to a few little clip guards that I use. I start out with like an 8 or a 6, and I'll clip that in and do the base level, and then I'll swap that out and put in, that's a smaller one, that's a 3. And you can see, I don't know if you can see, so this is the 4, and it's just not as thick, obviously, as the 8. And so the 8 is gonna stay further off your head and let more of your hair go through the comb and not get cut, whereas this is gonna be tighter to your head and it's gonna cut lower. And so I use the 4 down low and the 8 kind of all over to get a unified length. And then if I want to keep my front part of my head, my bangs, I think they're called, that's maybe the technical name for those. What I'll actually do is, instead of running it flat, I'll stand it up so that it will, and I'll demonstrate all this in just a second, but it'll actually, keep that front part a little longer. You can go down to a 2 or a 1 or flat out nothing. And if you're a guy that has a low cut anyway, just use the clippers down low. The other accessory is a little brush, and this isn't the one that came with the original set. It's one that I got later, but you're gonna have, at the end of doing your hair, you're gonna have all kinds of hairs, spread out all over. And so then you've got to, get all the hair out of there, and there's a lot of blowing to get some of the hair out that gets down in between where this back plate is and the top section. There's actually a little space right in there, so hair will get in there. So you got to get the hair out of there. It'll stick to the back, it'll stick in the teeth, and so you got to get all the hair out of there, off of there, blow through, and then you're supposed to put a little bit of oil, back here and across the teeth up here to, keep it working well. And like I said, over the last probably 10 years, I stopped doing that because I ran out of the oil. So despite the fact that I stopped oiling this thing a decade ago, this workhorse continued to cut my hair faithfully month after month, and just it did great until about 3 weeks ago when it stopped working. So I bought a new one. I went out and bought a brand new Wahl Groom Pro trimmer. Now, I'm not super stoked about the colors, but I haven't even opened it. We're gonna do a little unboxing here and check it out. They had other models. I'm not sponsored by Wahl yet. So while there's no deal in the works, I would love to maybe someday become the spokesperson for the wall trimmer. So open it up, and inside are the instructions and safeguards. And these are both in English and Spanish. This fell out, but it's the warranty. Oh, look at that. See, that's what I was hoping to get, was the real, shiny kind of stainless steel look one, but they didn't have those at my local Walmart. But that one is kind of cool, but it's not the one I got. Let's see. Let's see what he has. So there's actually 2 trimmers in this kit. The first one, I don't know, it's kind of, got the bumblebee look from Transformers. I don't know if you can see that. It says oil blades before using and after using, or before using every time. Oh, I was holding that upside down. He's such a dork. So oil blades before using, and doing that oil, it really does help maintain your wall trimmer and help it last longer. This is kind of cool. It's, where your thumb would normally sit, there's a little bit of a kind of rubberized pad there, and then just a couple smaller rubberized pads down there. But on-off switch on the side, I can do that. And that, revs it up. Again, there's the little arm that you move back and forth to extend the blades, and so that's there. One of the other sets I was looking at, a different brand, I'm not even sure, I don't even remember the name. They had so many trimmers. I think they had 27 different trim guards, and that's just way too many decisions, way too many variations for a guy like me. And so this one has the different trim guards, but I think there are, according to the back of the package, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or no, those are the smaller ones. So there's 9 trim guards for the larger size trimmer. And then there's these taper guards that you can use on the side of your head that are kind of angled. I don't know if you can see that. And then there are these smaller guards for the smaller trimmer. So this one, actually, I've got a separate trimmer that I've been using for years, but this one actually has a smaller little trimmer for, doing your neck and your sideburns and, your ear hair, trimming, other manscaping, whatever else. So this is included. So the old one, I think, cost around probably less than $40. This one came out to right at $40. Oh, here it is. Here's the oil and the little brush. And you can see the difference of the old brush that I had and this new brush. I'm gonna have to reach around and grab this because it's off camera. And we're back. So the old brush, I really like this one. I can't remember from what source this one came. The wall trimmer, that the standard, brush you get with the wall trimmer is, much cheaper. Either way, as long as you brush the hair away, you're good. And then you've got the trimmer oil that comes with it. And this just says Wall Clipper Corp. So it's patented wall clipper oil. I'm pretty sure you could use WD-40 or some kind of A1 oil that will work just as well. So then we've got the bigger bag of all the trimmers. I was dying to use my teeth to open this, but just in case there are some dentists watching. That's not a good idea. So here are some of the different trimmers. There's your 8. And I know that's one that I'm gonna be using frequently. And then it just goes right down the line. 7. Those are just the first 2 I grabbed out of the bag. Wow, what talent. Here's one of the angled trimmers. It actually has a little L on there to tell you that's for the left side of your head. And that's what that's for. But look at this. There's your number 6. And on down the line. Also comes with a comb. You kind of have your big comb that's just straight. And then you also have kind of one of the smaller combs, finer combs like you'd have in at the barber, you know, that you can use as well. So lots of options. What else is in the bag? Just more trimmers. So this is all the trimmers that comes in the bag. Please recycle. Don't forget to do that. And so yeah, now we're gonna set it up and we're gonna give me a haircut. So in the time it took to transition to the bathroom, I already applied some oil. Just put a little bit of oil along the front, maybe a little on the sides, work it back and forth. And you know, just let that oil work in there and wipe off the excess. You're ready to go. There's probably clear instructions in the instruction book. I'm a guy, so I skip the instructions. Plus, I've been doing this for 35 years, so I don't need no stinking instructions. What I do is I start out with an 8 and just kind of go all over my head and even go higher at the front because I kind of like that look. And then, you know, kind of work my way down in numbers of the clip guards to a tighter and tighter cut lower around the sides of my head. Here's how it goes. And the thing is, I'm doing this inside today, but it's a good idea to do it outside because then cleanup is a breeze. In fact, I'll let the wind take care of the cleanup. But literally all you do is just run the clipper up and down your head, and it's almost like a soothing scalp massage. Oh, yes. Now, since I'm doing this inside, I'm gonna try to drop it in the sink, which is right below me here, to, you know, keep from making a huge mess. A lot of times I'll do this and I have my shirt off, but, you know, since there might be women and children watching, I thought it would be a little more discreet to go ahead and keep my shirt on. But, you know, nobody likes to get hair all in their shirt. So I'll just go up and down, and sometimes I'll also, you know, go side to side. I guess I can do this from the back to show you. And you're just going up and down and up and down. And as long as you're hearing hair being clipped out of there, you're doing great. Now, if you're going with the way your hair goes, another good way to make sure that you're actually trimming your hair is to go the other way. And that will get it nice and close. I'm gonna have to see if there's a fast forward feature
to this video so that I can kind of fast forward to this stuff.
So once you've finished with the trimming, then you go to the smaller little clipper. And I've already put the batteries in there. If you need a tutorial on how to install AA batteries in an item, you need more help than I can give you. But this is the old one that I was using, and I guess it's a Conair. It's good for sideburns and for getting up over your ears. And then that's what this one will now do. Trim there. Sometimes when your beard gets long, it's better to trim it down and then shave. Guys, you already know that. Anyway, I'm kind of excited to have a matching smaller trimmer that goes with the Big Daddy. So when you're all done, all that's left is to, like I said, brush off all the hair that's accumulated with your little brush, and then to trim up your neck. I have not yet figured out a good way to trim the back of my own neck. I've tried with using the phone video. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, this is the trim guard, and I used it this time, and it got pretty tight to the sides. So if you like a high and tight kind of style, the little trim guards that come in, pre-packaged and a part of this kit might be a helpful tool for you. Like I said, I've been just, spacing it away from my head and trying to get that same effect. But anyway, finding someone to trim your neck. I was married for 20 years, and for a long time, my wife had to trim my neck, and then I would get my kids to trim my neck, and my girls hated it. My youngest son, who stayed with me the longest as everyone else, went off to college, he had to be called upon many times for the duty of trimming Dad's neck, and I'm sure it was absolutely gross for him, but he did it. Even though he was 6'6" and had to bend down, and I had to try to stand up straight because I'm only 6 foot. But anyway, he would trim my neck. Actually had a girlfriend a little while back that said she really enjoyed it, thought it was kind of sexy. And so, guys, if you're so fortunate, you just might have a girlfriend that, finds it kind of somewhat sexy to trim your hair. Actually, she dumped me, so that really didn't work out so well. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If it's been a blessing in some way, I hope that you'll subscribe or leave a comment or suggestion down below as to what to cover next time. So now I'm going to use the super tiny remote control time machine to transform myself into tiny little ions and molecules and go back in time and tell younger Angus to put this money into an account of some kind. Don't just save it every month, but put it in something that's going to bear interest. So, see ya.